Hello, this is Adam from Scan Pro Audio. I'm here with another video on the amazing brand new Pa5X. I'm using the Pa5X61 today. We also have a 76 key available and an 88 note weighted version. The first weighted note arranger keyboard for some time. All available from us here at Scan. So what I thought we'd do today is look at the way the intros and the endings and the style elements and all the different things that you can do with a style, because it is very different than a traditional arranger that I'm sure many of you at home have used before. So generally, just to break it down, the way our style is controlled is by using this section here, which is called the what it says style element. Just here. So basically the Pa5X has 3 intros, 1, 2 and 3. It's got 4 variations of rhythm as indicated here. Shall we see if we can do a bit of a zoom? Look at that, zoom in there we go. So we've got variation 1, 2, 3 and 4, 4 fill-ins, a break and 3 different endings. So the aim of the video really was to tell you about how these all work, because there are a few little tips and tricks that I can show you on this video. So let's start one off. So basically, in a nutshell, the way the intros work is intro number 1 is a long introduction, generally set with chords, so they are to a predetermined chord structure. Intro number 2 is a slightly shorter intro, but this time you play the chords. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Intro number 3 is literally a counting. So I've just picked out a style here, one of the new styles on the Pa5X. I'm using this style called Conga Dance. It's a great style, and I'm just going to use keyboard set 1, so there's no sort of sounds that I've put in or anything. This is literally as you get it out the box. I've even picked the preset tempo, which you can see in the screen there is 120 beats a minute. So if we do intro 1, this is the pre-recorded intro along with chords. So here we go. This is what it sounds like. So that's our intro. So that's intro number 1. Now, if I press it again, if I zoom into the screen now, you can see it says top left hand corner, it says Conga Dance. You can see we've got, or it says BPM 120. That is the speed. Then it says at the little number 9, I don't know if you can see that there, that is how long this introduction 1 will last. And if I just play it again very, very quickly, you'll see now it will count down. Of course it changes to loop, because now it is literally looping round and round, ready for me to change. So it's a really good little tip that whenever you press an intro, check that out, because that will tell you how long that intro is. So it's great for getting ready for the beginning of your song. Now the next little tip is, I don't know if you noticed that, I won't play the intro again, but you can see on the top right hand corner, the last chord I played was a D, so it's holding a big capital D there, you can see it. When I change chord, you can see it changing the chord here, there you go, I'm just giving you a few different examples. But when that introduction plays, it actually shows you what chords are being played on that pre-recorded intro. If I literally pick a different one now, so I'll just go back into the style category, and I'll go for something very different. We'll just go for, let's have a look, Lovely Day Pop this time. You can see there, if I press introduction number 1, it's 8 bars this time. And as I play this now, different intro, you'll see the chords in the top right hand corner changing. There you go, so it's changing the chords. And then you're into your song. So it's a great way of getting ready to start your song. So that's introduction number 2. Introduction number 3, so I'm just going to jump straight to introduction number 3. So you can see now introduction number 3, if I press it, it's got a 1 there now. So literally all that means 1, 2, 3 and you're in and then away. So it literally can give you a 1 bar or a 2 bar intro. So it's very, very, very straightforward. So then that leaves us with introduction number 2. So just before we go into that, what an intro 2 does, I'm going to just show you another feature. Now, another great feature with Korg instruments is that you have the ability to change that introduction 1. So for example, if I play a major chord, it might give me one type of intro. If I play a minor chord, it might give you a brand new introduction. And I found a really good style to demonstrate this on, but I can't remember where that style is. So I'm going to let you know now of another feature. It's not necessarily a new feature, but it's a feature that I know a lot of people don't use that should do. And it's going to be using this button here, search. You can clearly say big letters what that does. If I press that, you can see in the screen there it's saying, right, what is it that you're searching for? Well, you can see we're searching for a style, so it's already highlighted that for us. But if we wanted to, we could actually search for a particular sound. We could search for a song that we might have recorded previously. We could search for a guitar preset. We could search for a chord sequence. But for this example, we're going to use style. Now, I can't even remember what the style is called, but I know it has the word magic in it. So if I literally type magic using the keypad, you can see there, magic, and press OK, it will search the entire keyboard and pull out styles with the name magic in it. And the one I'm going to use is Magic Rock. So if I press that, it says Magic Rock. It asks me now which style player I'm going to send it to, because of course the Pa5X now has 2 style players, one on the left, one on the right. We're going to just put it into number 1 for now. So there we go. So if we now look at the screen, you can clearly see Magic Rock. There it is. Now, if I press introduction 1, so following that example that I mentioned earlier, you can see there that it's going to be 8 bars long. And I'm going to use keyboard set number 1, which is just an electric guitar. So if I play a chord of C, so nothing difficult, let's have a look. So a chord of C, introduction, synchro starts on, play a chord of C. And we're into the song. Yep. So there we go. Now, what would happen if I wanted to, I like the style, but obviously that particular intro is very obvious. You know, it's a kind of magic, but I might want to use that style because it's quite a nice style, but I might want to use it for a different song, maybe even a different Queen song. So let's have a look at some of these other presets. So I've got synth pads, okay. That's nice. And a sax. So I'm going to use electric grand. Now, if I now play a different chord, D minor, and I'm going to slow it down because the song I want to play is Show Must Go On. So let's just first of all, just check that speed. Slow it down a bit more. That'll do. So if I play a D minor now, look what happens. The intro is completely different. So you get the idea. It gives you a brand new introduction. That's still only using introduction number 1. So we've now got intro 1. It could do a different intro with a major or a minor chord. So we now know that. Intro 3 is accounting, but what everybody gets wrong with a Korg is, what does introduction 2 do? Well, introduction 2 is not like a Yamaha. Yamaha generally goes short, medium, long. Korg, people sometimes think it goes the other way, short, medium, long. It's kind of true, but intro 2 does something very, very unique. So for example, if you are in a church and you wanted to sing a hymn, yeah, you go to a christening or a wedding or whatever, and the priest, the vicar at the front says, right, we're going to turn to page 222, we're going to sing All Things Bright and Beautiful or whatever. How do you know when to sing? Yeah, how do you know? The priest doesn't kind of go 1, 2, and you go and you sing or whatever. What happens is the organ player will play the last few bars of the song, and then you know when to start. Yeah, and that is actually a very, very old tip, and that's Adam's top tip for you. It's a really good way of creating an introduction to a song. It's something that my keyboard teacher taught me many, many, many years ago. Is that if you think you get a piece of music from the shop or you buy it online or whatever you do, and you've got your sheet music, generally your sheet music doesn't have the introduction on. It starts from when the singer starts to sing. Yeah, so what they've actually done at Korg is they've done intro 2 to help you with that. So let's give you an example. If I go into jazz, and I'm just going to pick the first one, modern big band. I'm just going to slow it down a touch. Let me just see how fast it is. Okay, that'll do. So let's say, for example, we wanted to play Take the A Train. Yeah, classic jazz standard. And you think, right, let's have a look at the keyboard set. So we've got a piano. Quite nice. Trumpet. Nice again. Again, jazz guitar, nice. Here we go, sax section. Okay, so we know how Take the A Train starts. Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah. So let's see what happens when I press introduction number 1. This is 13 bars long, and even though I'm giving it a chord of C, we know in the Take the A Train it uses kind of C and F and G and D7, nice basic chords. A lot of the chords that will be played in intro will not relate to your song whatsoever. It's a fantastic intro, but let's have a listen. I mean, it's still going. It's a fantastic intro, but it's just not what we want for this particular style. So if I press introduction number 2, it says now in the screen, like we did before, a number 4. So that means you've got to play 4 bars of something before you start your song. So my keyboard teacher always said to me, play the last, in this instance, 4 bars from your sheet music. So literally, go on your sheet music and go up to the end and then count back 4 bars and put a little star or whatever in your sheet music and say start here. And that will lead you into your song. So let's do that. Intro 2, my imaginary sheet music. Doesn't really matter because it's, you know, the end, the same phrase at the beginning. But what I need to do this time, the drums will do all the things and the automatics will still do all the bells and whistles and all that stuff. But you've to play the chords. That's the important thing. You've still to play the chords. So let's see what happens. Then we're into the song. It's good, isn't it? Really clever. So it's really, really useful. So you can, you know how it is. You've got these styles that sound amazing, but the intro is so song specific. It's almost impossible to play another song with that style. Intro 2 is fantastic for creating your own intro. And you know what the best thing is? The ending works exactly the same way. So ending 2 this time, if we look at the screen, so I press ending 2, you can see it says 3. So all you do is on your sheet music, 3 bars from the end, do another little star, and it will say this is when your style will end in effect. You've got 3 bars until it finishes. So I've got to remember that in my head, and I'm going to try and put all that together and see if it works. Now, just before I do that, I'm going to teach you just another little trick. So we all know about fillings, and we all know about variations, and we all know that, you know, variation 1 is kind of very basic. Variation 2 builds slightly. I've got a button pressed here that's called autofill. You can just see that there. That means whenever I press a variation, I don't need to press the filling button. Just press one button and you can see the filling happens automatically. Variation 4. But something else that people don't know, another top tip from me today, the break button. Everybody, I'm sure, sometimes gets confused with what is a fill-in, what is a break. Well, the difference is a fill-in, whenever you press a fill-in, so I'll go back to variation 1, press a fill-in, the drummer does a fill-in, yeah? But the bass player, or the upright bass player in this instance, doesn't stop. The piano player you can hear in the background there won't stop, but the drummer will do a fill-in. Yeah? A break, everyone stops. Yeah, so that's the difference. It really adds syncopation into your playing style. So, but what's really clever with Korg is if you double tap a fill-in or a break, it will hold it and it will lock it in place. And it will stay locked in place until you press it again. And it allows you to get some really nice kind of, what would you call it? You could maybe put, particularly with that break, it would work really well in like a solo type thing that you could do. So I'm going to just kind of load in, take the A train. The only difference I've made to this, which you'll see in a minute, it's exactly the same style. It's exactly this, a little bit faster. I've still got my piano. I've still got my jazz guitar. I've still got my sax section. Nothing's changed except I've changed the trumpet. And the reason why I've changed the trumpet, because it's got this amazing growl sound if you use this articulation wheel. I've not changed the sound. I've not done anything to it. I've literally picked a different trumpet. And I've picked trumpet 1. Let me get on my screen. You can see there. Trumpet 1 DN2. So let's have a look at what these different things do. So I've got my 3 assignable switches here. So switch 1 gives us sort of a trill effect. Button number 2 does a fall. Number 3 there's a great sort of rattle sound. And then if I'd literally put, you can't really just see it. Let's just see if I can change camera. There you go. If I push down on this wheel here, you get that amazing growl sound. So, ending 3 was 3 bars, if I remember rightly. Intro 2 is 4 bars, so right of all this on my sheet music. And then I've got these amazing 4 sounds and 4 variations to play with. Just one other thing I'm going to do, just so you know at home what I am doing. You've also got a feature on the Pa5X, should you want to use it, to make it more like a Yamaha. So Yamaha has a great feature called OTS Link. That stands for One Touch Setting Link. And it's just a little button that you press, and then whenever you change variation, it will automatically change the sound. So the Pa5X has that mode. So let's zoom in. And the way you activate it is now from this new control interface. So if you just nip down to User, and then flick the view, you can see here you've got this feature called Style to Keyboard Set, which is on at the moment. Now this is very different to Yamaha because on Korg you have an extra mode. So the mode you have are off, so it doesn't do anything, on, and that means that's the mode I always use. Whenever I select a brand new style, so I'm just going to change to another style now, it will automatically pick sound 1. Yeah, you can see there. If I go to 3, which is piano, pick a different style, it picks sound 1. And that's what I love. I love whenever I, change style, it will automatically zip back to number 1. But if you want it to be like the Yamaha way, the OTS Link on mode, yeah, all you do is press it again. There we go, make it flash. So I've got this 3rd mode. And what that will then do is whenever I change the variation, you can just see in the screen here, can you see when I'm changing variation, the sound's changing? So you can have it in that mode if you want to. So that is a request a lot of people always ask is, can I make it like my Yamaha? And a lot of dealers would say, oh, I don't know if you can. Well, you can. Of course you can. Korg have been doing it for a long, long time, and they've even got a third feature, which is the feature that I use, where it just literally zips back to number 1 every single time. So we've got a lot to take in there. So I'm going to end it now, this particular section, by trying to put all those different sort of things that we've just talked about together in one simple tune. So I'm going to use intro 2, create your own intro. I'm going to play with a few variations, maybe change the sounds. I'm also going to double tap the break to lock it in place. Let's just see what happens there. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll give it a go. And then ending number 2, we're going to do, aren't we? Ending number 2, because it was 3 bars long. Yeah, I can see that there. And then we'll try and end it at the right time. So it's a lot to do, but let's see if we can make it happen. So here we go. Start with intro 2. I'm going to use keyboard set number 4. I'm going to put that camera on there. You don't want to see me. You'll see my face, so you can see what buttons I'm pressing and how I'm playing. So here we go. Intro 2. Synchro starts flashing, so it's ready for me to start playing. Simply play a chord, and here we go. There you go. So there you go. We kind of got it there. We got it all those different things. Intro 2, ending 2 with the break. I love that trumpet sound. It's such a great sound. So that's trumpet 1 DN2. So you can try that and have a lot of fun with that at home. So there we go. So I've shown you a few amazing tips that you can do with the Pa5X, how these intros and endings work. Just because you've got 3 endings and 3 intros doesn't mean that's the end. It's not. You've actually got 2 different intros under button number 1. You've got this amazing feature that allows you to create your own intro and ending, which is an amazing feature. Intro 3 is just a little sort of count in or count out at the end. So I thought what I'd do, I'd just end with one more song just to play us out using this brand new style, one of my favourites. I'm sure it'll be one of yours at home. It's called Conga Dance, and I'm going to use introduction number 1, and I'm going to have a go, and I don't even know what intro 2 is going to sound like. So let's try and do that as well. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, nice. I like that. And I'm going to do the ending. So there we go, an amazing style. And again, just showing you that I didn't even know that intro 2 is really good. Just remember, on intro 2 you need to change chords, but you get the idea. So yeah, you can have so much fun with this amazing Pa5X. So don't forget, if you want to come and see these in person at our brand new store over in Bolton, please book an appointment to come and see us. Just email us at scanproaudio@scan.co.uk. That's scanproaudio@scan.co.uk. If you can't come to the store, then it doesn't matter. If you'd like a demonstration just like this today that we've done, this little video with these different camera angles, again, we can do all this for you. It's not a problem at all. Please let us know what instrument you'd like to come and have a look at, or what you'd like me to demo on a camera for you as well. We can even email you the footage after as well. So yeah, please send us an email, scanproaudio@scan.co.uk. And for now, my name's Adam. We'll see you next time.